Hi, I'm Stephen Cowling, and welcome to the making of my game product, Battle Cars AR. First, let's go into what augmented reality is. Augmented reality, AR for short, is a direct, such as a projection, or indirect, through a phone screen, for example, live view of a physical, real-world environment, which elements are augmented, which means to add or enhance something by computer-generated information, ideally across multiple senses including sight, sound, touch, movement, and smell. AR can be used in a wide range of fields such as gaming, education and training, shopping, travelling, and many more. Big games which use AR include the smash hit Pokemon Go, upcoming game based on the film series Jurassic World Alive, and Ingress.
More Pokemon, more adventure. Pokemon Go.
My product has a slightly different aim than the games I mentioned before, which are mainly location based. Well, I'm more interested into the augmented reality side, which shall work out the ground and walls and aim to spawn a battle car in this game and let it move around if I have time. My product was inspired by the following videos.
In a world where infection is spreading, one man has an idea that could save us all.
I will build a great wall.
My battle car took inspiration from Transformers, Motor Mayhem, and Mad Max, and it is based on a Dodge Viper because it is my favourite car. I had a quick concept on a Dodge Viper, but I decided to find a Dodge Viper's car blueprint as it's already done accurately and have the correct proportions already lined up to save me some time. I took a block modelling approach to making a 3D model, which is modelling from basic 3D shapes like tubes and cylinders. I chose this method because it's very quick to model and it's great for making low poly models, which is what more suited for a mobile phone game. The gun which pops out of the car is done using morph targets and blend shapes, which is basically blending or morphing from one shape to another with a shape which has the same geometry. UV mapping is the 3D modeling process of projecting a 2D image to a 3D model surface for texture mapping. The best result is to fill up the image, only allowing tiny gaps in between, and parts should be bigger depending on if we're going to be seen more. A little trick is to stack UVs which have the same texture such as wheels, but they can mess up in game engines such as Unreal, which don't allow it due to lighting errors. My UVs are set out with the main body having the most space. I think what you're going to mainly be seeing. Texture maps are 2D images which are put around 3D models. There are many different types, such as diffuse, which is the basic color, or opacity, which is how transparent the model is. Normal maps, which give fake details to make objects look more highly polished than they are, and there are many more. For texturing, I tried to use Substance Painter, but I am unfamiliar with the software and it would take too long to learn, so instead I resorted to Photoshop. I only used a diffuse map this time, which was just filled with white colours. For materials I used a blend because it filled a lot of customizable options, one for the car and another blend for the wheels. Unreal Engine 4 is a game engine developed by Epic Games and has been made to create games such as PlayerUnknown's Battleground, Gears of War, Fable, and Motor Racer 4. I choose to use Unreal 4 due to its blueprint system, which is basically virtual code, allowing artists to make games without needing to learn a coding language. You can create great art without much setup needed. There's a vast amount of documentation and tutorials, and I'm already familiar with the basics of Unreal. Creating an AR space was straightforward as Unreal has an AR phone template, which has already the features built in, such as the world around it, and it will work out where the floor and walls are without needing to do anything. And importing the battle car was simple, as it was just dragging and dropping an Epic file into it. Putting the battle car into AR space is the tricky part, as I can't tell whether it works or not due to my phone not supporting AR core yet. The template already has a blueprint to drop things into the scene, so I just changed it to drop it into an active blueprint of the battle car. I'm not sure if it will actually work, so I put the battle car into the scene when it starts up as a backup. But this might be a problem where it won't work according to AR core, but it will spawn in the world, so you want to see it. I also tried to get car movement working so the car could drive around, but I haven't had time to fully implement this. Porting the AR game to a mobile phone was more challenging than I thought. Using Unreal 4 documentation, I managed to get the issue resolved. This took setting my phone onto developer mode and registering my phone onto my computer, installing Android CodeWorks and Android Studio, changing the SDK target version, and accepting the right to use Android and to publish on Android. Testing didn't work as intended with the spawning not working. Luckily, I placed the car model into the world of backup.
I've achieved my goal of making something work in AR, but I feel I failed at making it recognisable around it, which was also one of my goals. To put it with fun at first, but became extremely frustrating as soon as I found out that I could only test on my tutor phone. I feel if I redid the project a few months down the line, it would have gone a lot better as the software update would allow me to test freely on my own phone. I feel that I could have saved a bit of time on vehicle movement, but by just using a walk type instead of trying to get the vehicle physics to work. And this would have provided a better result.
Thanks for watching. And this was the making of my game product, Battle Cars AR.